welcome to NSO at Home Live, a concert series created by the musicians of the National Symphony Orchestra. My name is Marissa Regni. I'm the principal second violin of the National Symphony. I'll be your host tonight and every Sunday night as we bring live music into your homes and hopefully into your hearts. Tonight we welcome to the show NSO violinist Joel Fuller, and he will be joined by some members of his family. His wife Susan will be joining us. She's a violinist as well. And two of their children, Jonah and Noel, will be playing. And we also have pianist Lisa Emenheiser performing this evening, as well as our Youth Fellowship program student, Valeria Serrano. She's a violist, and she will be joining us this evening, accompanied by Rebecca Schaaf on the piano. We are going to kick things off at the Fuller household, and Susan and Joel's two kids, Jonah and Noel, are going to start the evening off with a beautiful duet, Dona Nobis Pacem. They will be accompanied by Lisa Emenheiser on the piano. So let's head over to the Fuller house right now. Oh, thank you, Noel and Jonah and Lisa. That was so lovely and set the tone for the evening. I love it. And you definitely set the stage for your parents. You've raised the bar very high. They better step up to where you are. I want to remind all of you can follow us on our social media platforms. We are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, and we are on YouTube. On Facebook, you can find us as NSO Musicians. On Instagram, we are NSO_musicians. And you can search for us on YouTube as NSO Musicians. Please follow us, subscribe to us, and like us if you would. We are always posting new content all the time, so check us out. We're going to head back now to Joel and to Susan. They are going to play three duets by the Russian composer, Dimitri Shostakovich. These are duets for two violins and piano. So Joel and Susan will be joined by Lisa again on the piano. Let's head back to the Fuller house. gosh, what a charming piece. That was so fabulous. Thank you, Joel and Susan and Lisa. We will be back in the Fuller House in just a while, but right now I want to head over to our Youth Fellowship student. As we have been doing since the summer, every week we try to feature one of our terrific Youth Fellowship students. This is a program that the National Symphony has. It's very competitive, and it's for high school students. They come into this program and they have the chance to study with members of the National Symphony Orchestra. They also play chamber music with each other, and they get to coach that music also with members of the orchestra. They get to watch our rehearsals of the orchestra from time to time, and sometimes get to sit with us in those rehearsals and play side by side with us, which we all enjoy so much. This has been such a great thing we've been doing, reaching out to these students, because it's been so inspiring just to hear them and to listen to their music, but also to hear them speak about their love of music, and they've just all such terrific teenagers. And tonight is no exception. We have a delightful young woman, Valeria Serrano, joining us on the viola. She is a student of NSO violist Suna Sakamoto. So let's head over now to Valeria, who is being accompanied by her good friend, Rebecca Schaaf, on the piano. Let's head over to them right now. Oh, hello, ladies. So great to see you. I should shout out to Rebecca's on the piano, and Rebecca is a good friend of the NSO because we have watched you grow up since a baby. Your mother, Ruth Wicker, is a member of the viola section. Oh, there she is. Hi, Ruth. And we should give a big shout out to Ruth because I know she helped the two of you in your preparations for this evening and working out this beautiful piece you're about to play. Yeah. So Valeria, let's talk about you for a little bit. You have been in the Youth Fellowship program since, is it 2018?
2018.
2018. But you did not come to, I should even say, you didn't even come to Virginia. You didn't come to the United States until, what, 2017?
27.
Yeah. And tell everyone where you came from, and this is such a great story.
Okay, so I was born in Venezuela, born and raised in Venezuela. My mom and I came here in 2017, October 2017, and I've been here for 6 years. 3 of those years have been back in Venezuela with the community El Sistema. And it's been a wonderful experience. I just fell in love with music. And once I came back here, well, not back, but I came here, I started studying with Suna Sakamoto. She's my first ever private teacher. And I've just learned so much from her. I've learned so much from the fellowship, from the SMO, from Summer Music Institute. And I figured, this is what I want to do in the future. I really want to do this. And I love what I do, especially because I have so many people around me that care about me, support me, just like them. And everyone did this really was amazing.
Yeah. Well, we're so proud of you. And of course, El Sistema is such an incredible program, has just fostered so many remarkable musicians. And our audience may have heard about it before through Gustavo Dudamel, who's the music director of the Los Angeles Philharmonic. He's a very famous product of El Sistema. And someday you too will be a famous product. The world will know about Valeria Serrano. You guys give a shout out to your school, because I know you go to the same high school.
We go to Washington Liberty High School.
Washington Liberty. And give a shout out to your piano teacher, Rebecca. She deserves some credit.
My piano teacher is Jim Hall, and I served with her for 5 years.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, we cannot wait to hear you play. Thank you both so much for taking the time during this busy time of the school year, and we're so excited to hear you. I know you have to switch your mic over, so I'll let you do that real quickly. And then whenever you are ready to play, the stage is all of yours.
Thank you.
Thanks again, ladies. Wow. Thank you, ladies. That was so powerful and really so beautifully played. Amazing. Thank you so much. Valeria, you're going to do great. I know it. And it's just always such a pleasure to see you, Rebecca. And you've just flourished into such a beautiful young woman. So thank you both so much. Hey, are you looking for something to do with the kiddos as we're all shut up indoors and you're sick of Netflix? Well, have I got the thing for you? This Tuesday, you can log on to the Kennedy Center website. That's kennedy-center.org/YPC, and you can see a rebroadcasting of a young people's concert that the orchestra did a couple of years ago. It's called Inspiration, and in that program, we talk about all the different things that can inspire a composer when he or she is writing a piece of music. And it was a lot of fun. I was the host of that program, and I helped create it as well. We had a great time putting it together and thinking of all the different sparks of creativity that illuminate these composers. So please log on with the kiddos, or, young at heart too. You can do that. Log on to the Kennedy Center website this Tuesday for a special rebroadcasting of Inspiration. Okay, we're going to head back now to the Fuller household. Joel and Lisa are all set to play for you now a movement from a Beethoven violin sonata. So let's head back to Joel Fuller and Lisa Emenheiser right now for some Beethoven. That was so lovely. Thank you, guys. They're switching their mic over so we can have a little chit chat. And while we do that, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Joel. So Joel joined the orchestra in 2010. Before that, he was just down the hall at the Kennedy Center in the Kennedy Center Opera House Orchestra. And I was so fortunate to be able to sit with Joel for a couple of years. He was the acting assistant principal, second violin, and so he was my stand partner. And it was such a joy in every way. I mean, you can hear he's such a terrific player. So musically, it was so much fun to sit with him. But also, he's just such a great person, and we had so much fun. So I definitely will miss sitting with him. But I'm just so glad he's a member of the orchestra and just a member of our musical community. So I think Joel might be ready now. We're going to switch back over to him whenever he is ready, and we're going to have a little chit chat with him and with Lisa as well. Lisa is a pianist in the orchestra. She does a lot of stuff with the orchestra: pops, classical, chamber music, you name it. And Lisa, you've been on the show how many times now?
3 times.
3 times. You're a regular. You are. Thank you for being here again tonight and for sounding so great, as you always do. And Joel, I miss you.
You too.
So it's so nice to see you. So the world has now heard how fabulous you are on the violin, but you have another amazing talent as well. You can not only play the violin, you can make them.
Well, I can't make them yet. Maybe a budding talent. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
In fact, I was supposed to be taking a sabbatical this year to go to Italy and study, but of course, with coronavirus, that was canceled.
Wah, wah. I know. So sad. But I know you always talk about you would come into work and be like, oh, I made a neck today, or I made the back of a violin. So one of these days there's going to be a Joel Fuller violin out there. Somebody's going to be playing on it. It's pretty cool. So we wish you all the best with your luthier studies, and I do hope you get to go to Italy. Of course, we will miss you in the orchestra for that year, but I do hope you get to go and study and eat and drink the wine. And thank you again, Lisa, for being here. We always enjoy having you on and getting to hear you play, and it's so nice to hear you collaborate with our colleagues. So I know you two are going to play some tangos for us. While you switch your mic back over again so you can play, I am going to tell our audience, you go ahead and switch it over, and I'm going to tell everybody that if you have been enjoying these programs, hopefully you will consider making a donation to the National Symphony Orchestra. It's very easy. You just go to kennedy-center.org/support-NSO, and any contributions you care to make or are able to make are 100% tax deductible. Of course, we have not been able to perform for any live audiences since February. So anything that you can donate at this time, of course, means the world to us. We're just very, very grateful for everything that you can do. We're going to head back now to Joel and to Lisa. They're going to be playing 2 tangos for us. One is by the Argentinian composer Astor Piazzolla. The other is by the French-Argentinian composer, I have to look at his name, Carlos Gardel. And it is arranged by the amazing American composer and so famous film composer, John Williams. So let's hear 2 tangos from Joel and Lisa. Yay! Bellissima! Okay, first of all, The Oblivion is one of my most favorite tangos. Such a great piece of music. I love it. So thank you for playing that. And I was dancing around my living room, as our producer Bob Rudin can attest to, because he could see me on his little screen. That was so terrific. Thank you so much. We'll be back with them in just a second. I just want to remind you that next Sunday we will be back 7 p.m. Eastern. And we have three fabulous ladies joining us next week. We have Jane Boyer-Stewart. We have Jennifer Fritz Kim. They are both violinists in the National Symphony Orchestra, and they'll be playing a bunch of duets together. And then our youth fellowship student is an alumna of the program. She graduated high school a couple years ago. She's now a junior in college. Bethlehem Adku is joining us on the viola. She is such a terrific talent and just a delightful young woman. So please join us next Sunday for Jane, for Fritz, and for Bethlehem. They're just fabulous. You're going to love them. Now we're going to head back to Joel and Lisa once again. They are going to round the evening off with two arias from the just magical, beautiful opera by George Gershwin, Porgy and Bess. These two arias have become just a part of the American songbook, truly. They're going to be playing Summertime and it ain't necessarily so. I can't think of a better way to cap off this evening with these two wonderful pieces of music played by these two wonderful musicians. Let's head back to Joel and Lisa now. Okay, I can tell you all what is necessarily so. This has been a great, great evening of fabulous performances all the way around. So enjoyable. Thank you so much to Joel and Lisa and to Susan and Jonah and Noel for contributing, and also to our Youth Fellowship student Valeria Serrano and Rebecca Schaaf. Everything has just been so fantastic. I've been thoroughly enjoying myself in my living room. I hopefully all of you have as well. That is it for us this evening. Just a couple of reminders before we go off the air. First of all, if you would like to donate to the National Symphony, you can do so by going to kennedy-center.org/support NSO. Second of all, if you're looking for something to do with your kiddos this week and you want to watch a fun rebroadcasting of a young people's concert, you can do so starting on Tuesday. You go to the Kennedy Center website and it will be on. It's called Inspiration, and this is all about the creative process, what inspires a composer when he or she is writing a piece of music. So please check that out. Of course, next week we'll be back next Sunday, 7 p.m., and we will feature NSO violinists Jane Boyer-Stewart and Jennifer Fritz-Kim, and our Youth Fellowship student is an alumna of the program, Bethlehem Hadgu, on the viola. So great. Cannot wait for that program. So please tune in next Sunday at 7. Last but not least, I got to thank my fabulous producers, Bob Rudin, Jamie Roberts, and Dave Murray. I want to thank Thomas Baker for his beautiful artwork that you see at the beginning of the show. I want to thank Sophie Edwards for setting up everything on this end, the camera, the mics, the cables, all of that. And of course, I want to thank all of you for joining us week in and week out and for supporting us through all of this adventure. Hope to see you next week. Stay safe, stay healthy.